Hey guys, yeah, it's about 11:40 a.m. as I'm recording this. I'm actually 3.5 minutes before 11:40. On this Monday, July 17th, 2024. I hope you all had a good Father's Day weekend. And yeah, I'm just walking now from the store here in Newman, the Nopio Rayleigh's store, if you will. The reason being is because I had to go once again over to VMO, which, I shouldn't be doing, but hey, if my balance is only $26 above 20, I don't want to take a chance, especially with a lot of the automatic billing that gets, taken out and everything every month, or, at certain dates. So I just decided, what, screw it. I'll pay the $3.50 surcharge, and surprisingly, it does leave me with $1 remaining in the account. So the next time I get my thing, I'll have $4.83, which means I won't be able to do that, which means I have to go back, basically say, okay, I'm just going to have to do it electronically. I have to walk down there actually to the bank, to the BMO bank, and then walk down there and then walk back up over here behind me to to the bank that's at top hill to deposit it, so I can have a little money in there right away just in case. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't have had it by today. It's just that, again, you never know, what the delay could be and all that down the line. I mean, usually when you do it electronically, you get the money as soon as possible. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. Well, that's what I just did. Now I'm heading home. And I'll say this honestly. This was an interesting Father's Day weekend. I'll put it that way. Because I'm sure a lot of families probably have gone through this weekend. But yeah, it's just one of those situations. Well, it turned out all right, at least yesterday, that is. And then something just, got triggered and, just was a mess afterwards. Mainly there was a little bit of drinking involved, but not violently, thank God. It was just more verbally. And, the old saying goes, when one drinks more than they eat, that individual will, go a little off the handle and start saying things and acting in ways they're not supposed to. So, yeah, it was one of those kind of situations. That's all I'm going to say, but things will be all right, knowing how my family operates and everything. They'll communicate again by today, maybe tonight, and, apologize for the situation and just move on from there, because it's like a saying that, my mom said long ago about, my late grandpa, because he used to drink when he was young. It's something that her mom, my late grandma, said as a kid and everything. And that is, that's not your dad talking, that's the alcohol. In other words, saying that, what you're getting here is Mr. Hyde instead of Dr. Jekyll. That's pretty much it. And yeah, that's pretty much how my mom goes by, any kind of situation, or my family goes by any kind of similar situation. But anyway though, that's kind of what happened. And again, it turned out all right. Everything was fine, but then it just all went to, heck, towards the closing moments, I guess you could say, as it was getting later and later. I mean, I kind of noticed some things, and I'm thinking, well, probably going to leave it a little bit if nothing happens. If dinner doesn't get served. I mean, dinner was served. Don't get me wrong, dinner was served and everything, but it's like, something's going to happen if we don't leave soon. It looks like the trash came while I was gone. But anyway, we did get dinner, and it was all right. It's just that, again, towards the end, it was like more along the lines of, yeah, this is kind of a nutsoid, better to leave while the getting is good, to try to maintain some kind of peace, some kind of resemblance, in that family. Excuse me for a second. Sorry about that, but like I said, we're left with a good, to kind of keep some peace and, harmony, some kind of resemblance. But anyway, outside of that, everything was fine. I will tell you this though, my mom is just counting down the days till Wednesday, because honestly, her and the teachers, they do not like the idea that they have to add these 3 extra days, of extra 2.5 days, if you will, to the schedule. All because another school, another Head Start or kindergarten, pre-K, whatever, has to use the facility because the facility is being worked on. I've mentioned that before. So yeah, she's not too thrilled about that. These are the other teachers, but what are you going to do? It's just one of those situations, and the wind's very strong. You just moved my neighbor's garbage can a little bit on its own. Yeah, they're not too thrilled about it, but they got to do what they got to do. It's not really, it's not really something that is in their control. It's not something that they can really protest and all that. They just got to do what they got to do. And again, it's just been one of those years to where basically she will express herself. She will verbally express herself, and the other teachers apparently have done the same thing. To where they will basically be like, yeah, this is like this is some BS, and we shouldn't have to go through this and stuff like that. Yeah, she's not too thrilled with the situation, but what are you gonna do right now? But yeah, she is looking forward to this Wednesday, because what's interesting about it, in my opinion, is in about 75 minutes, she has to go to Las Positas. She has to go to Las Positas College in Livermore to take care of something, as far as her credentials or something like that, her teaching credentials, hours or something, if you will. She has to go there to take care of something that relates to that. And she's curious. If I just set this here for a second, guys, hold on, I'll be right with you. But she's curious as to why she has to basically, yeah, continuing on from last time. Basically, my mom, she's not sure why she has to go to Las Positas College, for getting her hours back and everything, because the way she talks about it, it's like she feels she's already got the hours she needs, and it might be a mistake on their part. So she's not really sure why she has to go to Las Positas, but what are you going to do? And then if that's not enough, I'm not trying to get too personal here or anything, but if that's not enough, my aunt, my uncle's wife, my mom's sister-in-law, calls up, and she basically is telling my mom that unfortunately they got to potentially move because it might have something to do with the lease or something else, not really sure. And the thing is, unlike me and my mom, unlike my other aunts and uncles, and even my sisters, they live, because we all live in one-story houses, one floor, that's it, all the rooms and stuff right there. They live in a two-story one. And it's like, why? Well, my uncle's got a lot of stuff. That's one thing. That's one thing. He's got a lot of stuff. But the point I'm making is, for some reason, they can't, afford to keep up with the lease. So they got to find someplace else, and pray that they do. They are looking into potentially maybe Modesto, maybe Turlock. I'm not really sure, but they're looking into one of those areas. But yeah, she calls up my mom, lets her know about this, and then for some reason, my mom, they're talking about this, and them needing help and everything. She's giving her suggestions and even saying, hey, maybe I could help. Me, her son, could help. And according to my mom, it felt like my aunt her sister-in-law wasn't too thrilled about that idea. Mainly it has to do maybe because of the fact that her oldest son is, I wouldn't say similar to me, but kind of in a way when it comes to personality, like, oh, what's this, what's that? Oh, you want that? And all that. Like, it's like it's like basically if if this was something my uncle was, being told, hey, you got to get rid of, right? Instead, he'd want to hand it off. That's what he'd want to do. He'd want to hand it off to people, mainly because of the fact that, hey, at least it's not going anywhere, but, that he doesn't want to do that. But, the thing is, that's why I'm trying to find the right word to say here. That's why my mom, I think, is a little hesitant, if you will, a little hesitant to have me help. Well, not my mom, but I think it's my aunt more so than anything. That's a little hesitant as I do something here, guys. Hold on for a sec. But it's almost like my aunt is the one that's a little hesitant and wanting me to help out. Kind of very similar to, I guess, her not wanting to, bug her sons and all that as well. So, so that's, so that's basically the situation there that basically did not make my mom very happy. It's like, well, wait a minute, you don't want my son to help, but yet you have your other sons that are capable of helping you, that are very similar in tone to mine, or at least one of them is, so yeah, like I said, my mom wasn't, too thrilled with that answer. And then yesterday during Father's Day, as I just cleaned something here for a second, during Father's Day, they decided to call up over my sisters and talk to my sister's husband, because my sister had suggested, hey, maybe I can talk to them and get my husband to help them, with the situation. And, that's when, that kind of is what, as I was mentioning on the way back from the bank, that's kind of what escalated the situation, if you will, at the end of Father's Day, kind of escalated the situation, but I'm not going to say any more than that. Because what happened is my uncle had suggested maybe this stuff I would like to have, old VHS tapes, like 49er games and everything. And, yeah, my mom was very adamant. She's like, no, we're not doing that. No, we're not going there. No. So, yeah, she just, she was just very adamant. That didn't help out, and everything, when it came to, the situation and all that. So you topple that with, what's going on with a school and everything. And yeah, she just cannot wait to get onto the summer break and just, be home and relax and all that. It's just, one of those situations to where it's like, one thing, after another. And then if that's not enough, we get something in the mail. I'm not going to show you, the address, but I'll point to it right there. We get something in the mail from the Newman Police Department, telling us that we have to, I'm going to have to do this later today, but we have to clear things up about our dog who passed away back in 2022. Because, they have her on record for like her license and her rabies, and, obviously with a lot going on, we just haven't had the opportunity to let them know, hey, she's not here with us anymore. Spiritually she is, but physically she's not, but still it's like we just haven't had the opportunity. So that toppled with what's going on at her job, toppled, with, the situation being, thrust, being asked upon her, and if not very, inconsiderately by my uncle's wife or sister-in-law. It's like, yeah, that it is just, and then of course what happened on Friday and everything, not Friday, but yesterday. Yeah, it's just one of those situations to where she just wants to have a break. And I guarantee you this, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I can almost guarantee she's not going to want to do anything the first week she is off. The first week she is off, she's going to be like, nope, not doing anything. I am going to relax. I am going to do my thing, and that's it. She's not going to want to do anything. She might talk to her sisters that she talks to, on the phone. She might talk to them. But, she's not, as well as maybe my cousins that she talks with, but she's not going to want to do anything else besides just relax, recharge her body. That's about it. But again, it's just one of those situations that for my mom, she cannot wait for this school year, to be done. And that's the noon whistle here in Newman that goes off every time at noon. Just for any kind of rural-like area, they do that. And then you hear little dogs in the background. They don't like it. But anyway, like I said, it's just, you hear the dogs. But anyway, it's just, like I said, she's just waiting for this year to be over. But anyway, though, yes. Outside of that, the previous week wasn't too bad. The previous week wasn't too bad. She was finally able to catch up on her learning genie, her learning tree, a learning genie, if you will, to, kind of get the kids she needs to taken care of, here at home and at work. So that was a benefit because this past week, the kids apparently were sent home only had half days. So now it's just, I think it's just the teachers. And I don't know if it's the teachers and the students. It might be, I don't know. I think it might be the teachers and the students at least till tomorrow. I'm not very certain. But anyway, they had half days, so she was able to catch up on stuff at work. So now what she has to do today, like I said, is go to Las Positas and see what's happening there, to see what's going on with her hours and stuff. And just move and then just go on from there. See if she has to do anything or not do anything, and that's it. And as far as and as far as what happens afterwards, well, the 20th, me and her are going to be on my computer or her computer, getting her summer edition, because she does this. Everybody does this during the summer. Because the teacher job, even though it's 10 months, it is seasonal. She's gonna this Thursday. I'm gonna be helping her out with her EDD for the time being, at least up until August of this year, which is gonna be August 20th, which would be when she starts back, which means pretty much this all comes to an end. But anyway, yeah, it's just been one heck of a week. I mean, I wouldn't say it's been one heck of a week, but it's been one of those weeks to where it's like, you could tell she is just wearing out and everything. What is it on Thursday? I had to wake her up because her alarm went off, her phone alarm, her regular alarm went off, and I had to wake her up and everything because she is getting to the point that she just wants to rest. She does not want to move. But anyway, outside of that, outside of those situations and all that, it's been fine. And already, as you've been noticing, with this channel, I have been uploading some content, if you will, that's going to premiere in the days to come. Because again, with her being off, it's going to be a little hard to do things like what I'm doing right now, recording the video like what I'm doing right now. But yeah, I just thought I'd but anyway, I just wanted to come on and do this vlog, tell you what's been going on, and also let you know that I am in the process of getting videos up and ready to premiere throughout the summer, even if it's 1 or 2 videos a day. But anyway, though, guys, let me know what your thoughts are down below. Comment if you like, and I'll talk to you all later.